This is part of a gradual evolution. This is not something where you flip a switch and you go from management to leadership. This is something that happens very slowly over time. But in the 1960s, what we had is a cultural revolution, okay? We really had things like the civil rights movement. We had the Vietnam War. We had the hippie movement, the summer of love, peace, love, and understanding, you know, drug, sex, and rock and roll. A lot of people were questioning some of the traditional American values, okay? African Americans were given equal opportunity at work, okay? Again, people started questioning authority. Birth control came out, so people felt that they could have sex outside of marriage. Fashion changed, right? Even something as simple as pantyhose were invented so girls could wear shorter skirts, okay? All these things were kind of happening, and so the 60s were very tumultuous. So what does that mean, okay? Well, if you're a leader, okay, you're dealing with a lot of questioning, a lot of rebellion. You've got people who are smoking marijuana in college, have a degree in computer science, and now they're working for an old fart that doesn't seem to be with it, man. You know, doesn't really get where the younger generation is coming from. And so that became a very difficult task for leaders, because if leaders were raised old school, they didn't necessarily know how to deal with the generation gap. And I know there's always been a generation gap. Every generation is not fully understood by the previous generation. But this was more of a quantum leap. This was not a minor change of the younger generation. This was like a wholesale questioning. You know, why should America be in Vietnam? I know we won World War II, but we've got nothing against these people in Vietnam. We're not dealing with Hitler here, okay? And so, again, you know, you had some academic, Timothy Leary, who invented LSD, and so now people were going on acid trips. And rock and roll became a real vehicle for expressing our rebellion and our dissent. And so you'd have Woodstock. So all of this awareness, all this raising of consciousness, you know, from a cultural point of view, it is what it is. But from a leadership point of view, how do I deal with this, right? I'm a guy who fought in World War II, and now I'm responsible for managing this hippie, this long hair. We never allowed for facial hair. What's this guy got a beard for? You know, why has this guy got a ponytail? Why can I see this girl's thigh in her work dress? You know, this is kind of almost comical to look back on it, but it was freaking people out. And so leaders had a very, very difficult time figuring out how to inspire, how to motivate this new generation. Not only that, but there were people who had never worked with African Americans before. They had never worked with Hispanics before, whether they were from a segregated area or not. You know, the Title VII Equal Opportunity Act in 1964 meant that you had to hire someone based on their qualifications, not on their race, religion, ethnicity, etc. And so I can remember working at a company, and some of the older guys would not work for a woman. If there was a woman promoted, they had difficulty because they thought women are supposed to be barefoot and pregnant at home. There were people who didn't know how to behave in front of African Americans. And luckily, I was a product of the 60s and 70s, so it was more normal to me. But a lot of the older guys just retired at 55 rather than change with the times, okay? And, well, thanks very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you like what you heard, please give us a like. If you'd like to see more of these sessions, please subscribe. And if you would like to see the full video, just click on this link right here.